What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Miles. I'm a 22-year-old full-time Amazon seller. In today's video, we're going through a full walkthrough on how to go ahead and actually get started selling on Amazon with my friend Garrett from All at Amazon, who started selling on Amazon, I think, in the last year and a half or so, and last month did around 120K in revenue. That's $120,000. It's a lot in revenue, good amount of profit as well. So we're going to be doing that. It's a walkthrough from a live stream we did. If you're interested in checking out some of the live streams we're doing pretty much every day at 8 p.m. Eastern, make sure to subscribe. Let's get right into the video. If you haven't already joined our free Discord, that's another really good beginner resource, as well as some other of my YouTube videos. So check that out as well below. Let's get right into it.
Don't know if I spelled beginner right, so.
No, I think it's right. But either way, even if you can't count, at least you can.
All right, so how many people do we have in here? Am I sharing?
Yeah, you're sharing. You're sharing. We got 12, so we're good to go. We got a good amount.
Cool. So like we kind of talked about before, today is really just going to be catered towards getting you guys up and going over the different accounts, going over the different softwares, going over.
And by the way, during this, any questions you guys have, please let us know. We really like obviously this is meant to be as valuable as possible, both for the people watching this on the replay and watching it right now. But it's so good being able to answer your questions in real time in case we're missing stuff, which we probably will on different things. So we really appreciate the real time questions and all you guys being here with us on live as well.
So we're talking about selling on Amazon, right? Well, there's options for two separate accounts, and we'll go over both of them. The individual account, which is going to be no charge monthly. I don't know if this is the most efficient way to do this, but there's going to be a 99-cent per product sold fee, right? And the professional account, the main distinguishing factor is there's going to be a $40 per month fee, right? But there's no per product fee. There's more intricate details that distinguish between the two, right? So for the professional account, you also have buy box privileges, right? And so that comes into that's major because that consists of about 40% of all Amazon sales. So we need to be in the running for the buy box. We're always focused on getting the buy box. We're essentially focused and strategizing on how we can improve our buy box percentage. So the professional account really is going to be the way to go if you're really looking to take this seriously, looking to scale your business, and looking to make some actual money in your pocket, right? So just to kind of go over the individual fee, the individual account, there's no monthly fee. There's a 99-cent per product you sell, whereas with the professional account, there's the $40 per month, the no per product fee, and then the buy box privileges, which this is going to be major, right? Just like we went over. Miles, did I miss anything?
Oh, no, I don't think. Yeah, the buy box, I don't know if you mentioned. Sorry, there was an important email I was looking at. But yeah, the buy box is basically like the buy now option. And I don't know the exact number, but I know a good amount of the sales on Amazon come from the buy box.
Oh, yeah, I talked about that. So it's going to be anywhere between 80 and 90%.
Yeah, and think about it. When you as the person watching this, when you're shopping on Amazon, you almost always just buy the option, that comes up right as you're, come to the products page, like add to cart or buy now option. That's the buy box. And as sellers, obviously, if you think of your psychology as the buyer, us as sellers, we want to meet that as much as possible. And it's going to heavily favor, FBA packages that ultimately are fulfilled Prime and all that.
So when we're talking about actually selling on Amazon, actually fulfilling our products, there's going to be two different options we're left with. Merchant fulfilled, right? And that is direct to consumer. We sell something using Amazon's platform. We ship it directly to the customer. The other option is going to be what we're all familiar with, which is FBA, which is fulfilled by Amazon, right? There's fees associated with FBA, but that is really going to be where we're going to be looking to leverage most of our business model, because that has a bunch of privileges over merchant fulfilled, right? So with FBA, we have buy box favorability, right? So we have a better chance of winning the buy box because we're using FBA. Because Amazon is always going to favor FBA offers over merchant fulfilled because they make more money off of FBA. So FBA really comes to order products, to FBA, they store and or Yeah, they store it to customer. Right, so it's hands off. You buy products, you receive them, you package them up, you ship to an FBA center. The Amazon FBA center receives your package, you receive your products. They store them while they're listed. When Amazon sells your products, when they sell them when a customer buys them on the marketplace, Amazon picks, packs, and ships your product to the customer. So you're getting sales without actually touching the product at point of sale. Merchant fulfilled, like we talked about, it is direct to consumer. Couple things to note. So with merchant fulfilled, you are responsible for shipping, right? So you have to factor that in to responsible for shipping to your margin, right? So typically, we do some merchant fulfilled, but all the merchant fulfilled stuff that we're doing is typically less than £1.
Yeah, so it's super cheap to ship. Like typically USPS first class.
So all of our shipping is typically done USPS first class, which is going to be less than really $6 across the country. So that $6 shipping cost we're going to bake into our price, so we obviously can account for it and we're not losing money at point of sale. FBA, like we talked about, there's going to be, you don't actually have to pay for the shipping from the FBA center to the customer. That's all baked into the FBA fee. And so we'll get into the fee structure now. Fee structure. You're going to have a category fee, right? So that's going to be across merchant fulfilled and FBA. It's going to be anywhere between 10 to 15%. That's going to be of your sale price, and that's going to be based on category, right? So books, I think, are most of them are going to be 15%. Actually, I have it here. We pulled it up. So these are going to be all the different categories.
Oh, bringing out all the good stuff today. Here we go. Everyone on this live is in for a treat, I guess. Good work. I didn't even know we were bringing that out.
I told you I had it. So home and garden, 15%, kitchen, 15%, pet supplies, 15%, except for veterinary dyes, 22%. So as you can see, most of the stuff that we're going to be working with, toys and games, is 15%, tools, 15%. Most of the stuff that we're going to be working with is in that 15% threshold. Handbags, 15%, except for books. Books are 10%. So Miles, do you want to give them the spiel on why we like to advise on starting with books?
Yeah, so books are just super cheap. Think about it, right? Like thrift stores, different kind of things. You can walk into one and find books for 50 cents, $1.25. And so books, you can make very cheap mistakes. You can learn the process of Amazon without spending a lot of money up front. And when you're sourcing books, you can use an app called Scout IQ, which actually will tell you whether an item is profitable or not based on their basic parameters and parameters you can put in for supply, demand, what your buy cost, and all that. And also, like, books are, like I said, low cost. So like you can try out Scout IQ. Literally, you can get an Amazon account, and then you can try out a free trial of Scout IQ, and like for 2 weeks or like 10 days, I think, and really just validate it quick. And just books are a great way to not invest a lot of money up front and be able to validate an idea of whether you like Amazon, whether Amazon's like fun for you, whether it's profitable in your area, at least for book wise, without investing a lot of money up front. And that's why Garrett and I both started with books. And especially if you're like a kid in college, books are very profitable, especially textbooks.
Yeah. So the fee structure, when you actually sell something, is something that we definitely need to touch on, because there are fees associated, obviously, with using Amazon's platform, and they can be significant if you don't prepare for them. So it's something that we want to be aware of and definitely let you guys know of up front. So off the rip, category fee is going to be based on, obviously, the category. It's going to be just like we talked about, 10 to 15%, really pretty much 15% across the board. So that's going to be the same between merchant fulfilled or FBA, whichever option you choose to fulfill with. There's going to be that 15% category fee. The FBA fee is obviously just associated with FBA, and that's going to be, I can't really give you an estimate, that's going to be based on the size and weight of the product. The bigger, the heavier the product is, the heavier the FBA fee will be. And that's associated with Amazon. That's Amazon's charge for storing your product. It's pretty much you paying for their warehouse, their time invested in receiving, prepping, and then shipping your product to the customer. That includes shipping to customer.
Okay, Robin asked, can you explain shipping credits when you go over FBM stuff?
Yeah, actually, we're getting that right now. So the shipping, so we break it down, the fee structure into three category, FBA fee, and then the shipping, which is your shipping that you're touching. So either the direct-to-consumer merchant fulfilled shipping, that is going to be what we talked about, USPS first class, UPS. That's you shipping your products you sell merchant fulfilled directly to the customer. Right. The other option, obviously, is shipping to the FBA warehouse. This is going to be done through UPS. It's going to be done at a discounted cost, and it's going to cost anywhere between like 25 to 50 cents per pound, and that's going to be bulk shipping, right? So you're going to order a bunch of stuff. You're gonna receive it. You're gonna label it. You're gonna send it to the FBA warehouse, and that's gonna be pretty much the going rate. Is about anywhere between 25 and 50 cents per pound, depending on what center it goes to, depending on a couple different factors. But that's essentially what that is going to be. So those are the three different fees encompassed in every sale, depending on what you're working with. Someone asked about the shipping credits. That's essentially if you don't offer. That's an accounting term that Amazon uses in the reporting. That's if you don't offer free shipping, right? So we always advise people to offer free shipping, or for one, a psychological effect, right?
Yeah, the psychological effect's huge. I love, there's like certain like econ things, especially that's just like such a no-brainer. It's like definitely it's like a funny concept, but it's so true, and it just shows like it's interesting to think about it from like the mindset of a creator rather than a consumer, which is obviously what we're like so conditioned to be. Obviously, yeah, Scout IQ is only for books, Sean, for the most part. But yeah, so if you're like doing books, you're looking to get in textbook flipping, Scout IQ is the way to go.
Right. So don't get it wrong. So we're not actually we're technically offering free shipping, but like we talked about, our shipping is always going to be baked into our price, right? But so if you don't offer free shipping on a listing, and it's like, say you're listing something for $9.99 plus $5.99 shipping, that shipping credit is going to be considered that $5.99. There are exceptions. So say if a customer pays for expedited shipping based on your shipping template, they could pay above what would they typically pay for shipping to get that product to them quicker. That would also come through as a shipping credit. Okay, so we walked through two accounts, the fulfillment, the fee structure.
Amazon Seller App. We got to go over Amazon Seller App definitely, because that's like the kind of the core home base, at least at the start, you operate out of.
What do you want to go over with that?
Just like how to that's where you scan products through. That's at the start where you list stuff through. And basically like the Amazon Seller App, it's like, where you can get those nice sales screenshots. All that, like I can pull up. I think I got some pictures on my Instagram of mine.
I got it right here. So this is going to be the homepage that Amazon that Miles was talking about. This is what you would see on your phone, right? You have all your sales for the day. This add a product button is really going to be where you can leverage that app and actually scan products, whether you're in a store, whether you just want to enter an ASIN and online. But that would be the button that you would hit in order to start scanning products. Let me see if I have any. Yeah, you'd hit that. You'd hit the add a product button. Can you still see my screen? Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what else you want to go over with the seller app.
And I just wanted to cover a little bit on that. But yeah, what else? What other beginner stuff should we touch on? In terms of like the big thing a lot of people trip over is like creating shipments, I would say. And that I would just say like there's tons of good YouTube videos on it. Eventually I'll have stuff on my channel about creating FBA shipments, but that's something that it feels very difficult at the start. It's very confusing. The Amazon UI is not amazing. It did recently change in the past few months, I think. But it's not the best. You just have to go ahead and kind of learn how to do it at the start, and just honestly just copy step by step with the YouTube video side. It's probably going to take a lot longer the first time. Then it'll take the 5th, 6th, 7th, 10th, 20th time, but a lot of stuff's like that.
So in terms of softwares, they're all going to be a lot of people who start on Amazon think about all the softwares and all the fixed costs and realize that, okay, well, I'm paying $200-300 up front for all these softwares, but you got to realize those are also fixed costs, right? So as you scale your business, as you grow your business, you put more money into it. Those aren't increasing. Those are staying the same. So they get a lot more minuscule. They get a lot more minute once you continue to grow. So some of the softwares that we would suggest you getting right off the start would first be Keepa, right? Keepa's a must. That is the way, that's essentially the essence of how we do business, right? We leverage Keepa. We leverage the past 8 to 12, 6 months, whatever the case may be, of data, that being the price history data and the sales rank data, the velocity data, to then make decisions off of, and we have plenty of content on Keepa, so we're not going to go too much into detail.
Yeah, we have, I mean, maybe we'll pull up later in the stream. We actually have a ton of viewers right now, so thank you guys for being here with us. But yeah, Keepa is super, super helpful for product research.
I'll just, from my coaching session earlier today, I'll just pull up one.
Yeah,
but this is actually what Keepa looks like.
Oh, Amazon's all, yeah. It's actually give a little walkthrough, I guess, because this is important, obviously.
Okay. So yeah, Keepa is essentially how we make all our decisions, right? It has all the information. Our buying decisions are going to have 3 factors: the velocity, the market price, which is obviously the buy box price, and then the tangible dollars that we can make from the product. Those are going to be mainly the 3 different. This is going to be a buying triangle. Those 3 all interconnect and all associate with each other with every decision. And that's how we make our decisions, right? So with our Keepa, we have, in this example, 12 months of sales history that we are then basing our decision off of. This orange right here, this just symbolizes that Amazon is on the product at that point in time. So I'll go to a different one just to kind of give you an example. This green line is going to be sales rank, right? And so to kind of give you a little overview of how sales rank works, is sales rank is based on category, right? And so every category has a different amount of products within that category. So say toys, for example, has 4 million products in that category, whereas grocery may have 2,000 or 2 million, right? And so sales rank is a ranking mechanism of the products within a specific category. It does not relate toys to grocery. It relates within categorical products to one another, right? It's a ranking system. And so how it works is, if you're looking at, this is health and household, the number 1 ranked health and household product is going to be, at that time, the quote unquote fastest mover, right? And I put quotes on that. We'll go into it. And in a little bit, I'll touch on that. The last rank, the whatever 50th million product in health and household is going to be the slowest mover, right? But what it doesn't actually mean it's the faster, slowest mover. It just means sales rank is built on an algorithm, right? And so what happens is, if we go into detail, if we go in a little bit of a more granularity, we can get a little bit better of a sense of what's going on actually right here. So sales rank it can be explained in right. So we see the line which demonstrates sales rank, and as a product does not sell, the sales rank is going to increase. So we see in this grocery product 230,000, 234,000, 238,000, 240,000, et cetera, et cetera. It gets up to 256. It hasn't sold at all in this time. We know that because the sales rank continues to climb without it dropping. And then right here, boom, this product sells once, at least once, in sometime early December. The sales rank drops to 120, and then we start again. It goes up, up, up. Sales rank gets up to 234, and then it drops again. And then it goes up to 150, whatever, and then it drops again. So you can see just by the functionality of this line, we can infer how quickly products are selling by the direction that this line is taking, right? So when the line is increasing, it's not selling. Then when it drops, it sells, and then that's the basis of how sales rank works, right? Every product has a given ranking at a point in time, but those rankings are always moving. Those rankings are super relative, right? So at 3:30 on the East Coast, we could have a Starburst that's ranked 2 million, right? But if that Starburst hasn't sold in the next couple hours, then that rank can potentially be 2.5 million. But if it has sold, if it sells 4 times in the next minute, then that Starburst can potentially drop down to 1.2. So all the products that are within a specific category are always intermingling, are always moving based on what sells when, how quickly they sell, how fast they're selling, how many they sell. You want to add anything, Miles?
No, that was a good walkthrough, definitely. And let's get to some of these questions here.
I can't see them, so we gotta read them.
Sorry? Oh, you
I
can't
see them. No.
All right. Do a tutorial on Smarts Guy. I'll have to do that. Still trying to figure out what I'm doing. They're a good way to get started from the ground floor. Okay, Amazon Seller Central account, like we just went over, and then start selling books. How do you start getting past the gates, the bigger items? So there's a lot of information, and we have a lot in our Discord, which is linked down below, which is completely free. There's an ungating section, which should by now have some auto ungates in there. Some of the big categories, it's a little harder in terms of like you might have to like join a group that's paid. I don't have one of those right now, but like most of the stuff you can find, especially in like our free Discord, you can find in there, or you can just shoot me a message. Repricing, listening to the goats. Oh yeah, our boy KJ's in here, joined FFF. Thanks to Miles, your Amazon selling experience. Got you, Scott. Yep, FFF is I'm a proud affiliate of them right now. Shipping credits. Did we go over shipping credits? I can't remember.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
All right, cool. I knew I brought that up, which I can't remember. Is professional a good way to get started? Yes. So if you're
guys for checking out the entire video, it's really helpful. The big thing is just to go ahead and actually apply the information you saw in this video and go ahead and get started and take action. Even if selling on Amazon doesn't end up being for you, you want to validate that idea as quick as possible and actually figure out if it is, right? So watch this video. If you want some more information, I have a bunch of other videos on my channel. Make sure to join our free Discord, link below, as well as subscribe. If you enjoyed the content, I really appreciate you watching it. I will see you guys in the next one.